Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for logging on to CBSN Denver. Time for your CBSN Denver Daily Sportsline for Wednesday, May 26th. We are, as always, brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. A tough loss last night. I told you I like the Hurricanes on the three-way money line. They scored in the second period, then had the goal taken off the board by a really garbage goalie interference call. Even after replay, everybody was like, come on, are you serious? They end up winning in overtime, but that doesn't matter as our best bet does not cash. Hopefully you tailed the Davis prop. That wasn't our best bet, but I told you I did like that. That one did cash for us. We'll go 1-0 for yesterday, and we will bounce back today. And let's talk some baseball today. And I want to bring in one of my favorite cappers, Ben Cary from CapWize, joining us today. Ben, always love having you on the show. Let's talk some Rockies and Mets tonight at Citi Field. We got Marcus Stroman and German Marquez on the bump in what I think will be another pitcher's duel after what we've seen from the first two games in this series. Who could expect that, right? Go figure. What do you like from this game as you take a look at it, if anything?
Yeah, so we're not in Coors Field. we can say that much.
That has been painfully obvious through the first two games, right?
We literally have a total around 6, which is sometimes twice as what we're going to see at Coors. So definitely a different type of atmosphere, a different ballpark, and two offenses right now that are somewhat struggling. We know the Rockies have been struggling on the road, but the Mets have some guys that frankly should be down in the minors right now. And I even heard from the Mets broadcast yesterday. Actually, no, it was Spilly. Spilly said this, that if Tim Tebow was still on the team, he would be most likely brought up in outfield. So it kind of just goes to show where the Mets are right now. Of course, Tim Tebow with the Jags. We all know that.
He's busy in Jacksonville, man. He doesn't have time for the Mets.
But Michael, I'm targeting the first 5 under 3.5 runs. So for you guys who may be newer to sports betting, it's a great angle to target if you just want to take advantage of the starting pitchers. We don't have to deal with the bullpen. Of course, for the Rockies, the bullpen hasn't been great. So this lets us just single in on the starting pitchers. I like Marquez. I like Stroman. The big thing with Marquez is we just need for him to get out of the first inning. He has a very interesting ERA across his career in the first inning. I just lost it. It's up to 5.5, which is pretty extreme. You typically don't see that out of a good pitcher too, like Marquez. So if we can get him out of the first inning, I'm feeling really good about this one. And Stroman, pretty good pitcher too as well.
Ben, I like that as well. And I actually pointed out the first 5 under yesterday, too, when you had Jacob deGrom and Kyle Freeland on the bump. That would have cashed. I like it again today. And I'm going to kind of piggyback off of that. I'm going to go with German Marquez and the over 17.5 outs today. That gets him through 6 innings. You mentioned as long as we get through the first inning, it feels like we're going to be okay, right? He's actually hit this in 6 of his 10 starts. And in 3 of the 4 games where he didn't hit it, it was against the Giants. So as long as he's not pitching against the Giants, he's been okay. So I'm going to go piggyback off your first 5 under 3.5 runs and go German Marquez over 17.5 outs tonight as my best bet. Ben, let's talk some basketball real quick. Nuggets, Blazers, game 3 tomorrow in Portland. And I know there's a playoff that is catching your eye as we head into this.
Yeah, thanks to BetMGM for already having this up. That makes our jobs easier. It's Michael Porter Jr. at 23.5 points. This is a guy who we know can just erupt and get on fire and potentially go for 30. He's been quiet in the first games. Game 1, I would say, was a poor performance from him. Game 2, we really didn't need to utilize him. We had some other things going. The bench stepped up. But I think Game 3 on the road in Portland, he's going to have to step up alongside Jokic. And I like for him to knock down 4 to 5 threes and have a big game. So I like that over for the points total.
Yeah, I was on his over the other night, and I was thinking that he was going to have a big game if the Nuggets were going to win game 2 and even that series. And he had a decent game, no doubt about it, but didn't necessarily need the big output because, as you mentioned, that bench came up big for Denver after really struggling in game 1. So that was good to see if you're a Nuggets fan. And I love a Michael Porter Jr. over, man. I've been riding that all season.
Of course you do.
It's been really great.
You played it. I mean, you were playing it almost every night during the season, and it was hitting.
Yeah. So that was great. So, I'm on that with you as we head into tomorrow. A couple of my best bets for tonight as well. I'm going to go with the zigzag theory. I did this in game 2 with the Nuggets. I like the Knicks to cover the first quarter spread at a half a point at -115. And I like the Jazz to cover their first quarter spread at -2.5 tonight. I look for big bounce back nights for both of those home teams who both lost game one at home. They're the higher seed. I expect them to have big outings tonight as well. Ben, this was a lot of fun, man. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'll do this again soon.
Yeah, thank you as always. See you later.
Hey, that's going to do it for your CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line, brought to you as always by BetMGM. Place your parlays, props, and futures at the King of Sportsbooks. Download the app today.